Hello, hello, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Coins Monster. What's up, guys? How you all doing today? Alright, so we have some major updates, and honestly, it's looking very good. Now, we'll recap briefly what we've talked about previously on the channel on Bitcoin. Okay, and then we'll head up to find a good couple of trades so we can get started on a beautiful retracement to the upside, and praying that the alt season is going to give us some major gains. Alright, so guys, type in number 1 if you can hear me okay. You know, my usual deal. If you can see my screen clearly, you can hear me okay, just type in number 1 in the box, in the chat box, and I will quickly get started. Alright, Irfan, my man, always here supporting, man. Thank you for your time, bro. Thank you so much for your time. Alright, so now this to me looks like a clear-cut confirmation. Okay, I love this candle that we've got on daily. Tonight Bitcoin is going to close above 40k. Now we should see a retest. If it closes above 41,800, 42, that's all great. But we should see a retest maybe of 40k, 41k depending. But I think before it does that, it needs to go a bit higher. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna hit 42, 43,000. Okay. And it is at that point that I think my accumulation will finish. Now I know we're down here, we could have gotten the great prices. But I'm personally not a big fan of getting the brilliant prices, much rather the trend. Okay, so the trend, to be honest, is still looking good. Now, why I never wavered Bitcoin to go to 28,000? Because honestly, on the weekly, I thought it had a bigger chance of breaking to the upside. Okay, the indicators, they do suggest the same thing, and honestly, it looked gorgeous to me with a nice lovely double bottom, bullish divergence. It was strong to go to the upside. I mean, the chances of it going up to 55 were a lot higher than it coming down to 28, which is why I never thought that 30k is going to be broken. Okay, now personally, I do have a few positions open. Some positions are never closed because they were permanent holds, and now I will just terminate my accumulation, basically. Okay. Estimate this range when Bitcoin holds. I don't know if the fractal is going to hold exactly like this, but it depends on where it kind of ranges for me to just start finishing my accumulation. Alright, so before we jump in, we're going to look at the Bitcoin dominance. Now, see, this is one of the reasons why I don't have my accumulation finished, because typically what happens with Bitcoin dominance is the fact that when Bitcoin dominance starts to drop, it's actually because of Bitcoin itself. Okay, now we are in an extreme case at the moment. Now this extreme case means Bitcoin, I don't see it getting rejected heavy and going back all the way down to 32k for this Bitcoin dominance to drop so heavy like it did before. Bitcoin just needs to range, and when dominance is eventually tired, it will come back down. Okay, right now it's still bullish, it's still making a flag, the drawings are still there, and I just need to see a little bit of bearish divergence on the RSI, which is already there, but a massive bearish divergence confirmation will come in the price action, and that is why I'm not removing this pattern yet. Okay, I do think with the way Bitcoin is going, it will hit 44.5 at least. Okay, maybe 45, and that might just be a fake out. So that is what I am thinking on, and the 618 is sitting at 44.5, 45 is sitting at 702, so there is confluence right there. Okay, now of course I certainly do hope that Bitcoin dominance doesn't just fly off the handle and go all the way back to the top right here. I do see it very unlikely for that to happen, but you know, crazier things have happened. So I do think about mid-March we should be able to see a decent move in the altcoins, but I'm not personally waiting until mid-March to accumulate. Okay, I do have my accumulation positions already completed by half. I need to complete the other half. Alright, so now we got this covered. We'll take a look at USDT dominance. I think it is because of this USDT dominance that Bitcoin is actually going up quite strongly. And yeah, we do have a confirmed double top. Now it's dropping very, very, very hard. Okay, and that to me is a good sign. Look, it's exactly what we talked about. It is absolutely beautiful to see that. Okay, absolutely beautiful to see that. Now these bases are completely covered. We will now go on to the altcoins. We'll start with the OMG chart, because honestly it's looking absolutely beautiful. It's playing out to projection, and I think it's going to give us another brilliant entry, maybe about 415 right after it hits 442. Okay, but the move is already there. It's confirmed breakout, multiple candle closes above, and that's on the 4-hour time frame, and the daily is going to definitely close above this breakout. Okay, this is a strong, beautiful candle, inverse head and shoulders. And if you haven't gotten in based on the previous streams, look for it to go to the upside, maybe hit 440 and then retrace back to about 420. That will be a decent entry. And this is one of the coins that I see as a steady pump. Okay, as a steady pump. Yeah, it will have its up and down, but it's a strong coin, so I do like it. And I do have a small position in it. The other one will be confirmed when it's broken out of this little range right here and it tests this as support. That's where I complete my full big position in it. Okay, so that is one. Now we'll take a look at Tezos. That is another one that has been doing really well. See, still doing really well. So I think after this breakout, it's ready to go to the upside. It might take its time though, but it's a coin that can pump on its own schedule, really. I mean, the good target, I mean, it's decent percent gains, right? It's a decent percentage gain from the initial entry that I gave at about $2.50 to $3. It's up about, it's going to be about 66%. But your next entry point, anything between 330 and 350. I would not go anything above 350, but that would be a decent point. Okay, to me that looks beautiful. Now the other coin that I've talked about is XRP. Now it's still sitting extremely well. It's playing out the fractal, and I do see a good range for the next couple of days. 72 to 78 cents, I think it's a brilliant range. It's a good zone for accumulation because it has held pretty well. Okay, it has played it out. This fractal is from XRP itself. Okay, it's from XRP itself. Now I have to shrink it just a little bit to make it kind of fit, but there you go. So it's gone back to the upside. I do see a little bit of a range. That is a good accumulation. and in the end it will eventually just kind of do what it needs to. But it does look good. I mean, I'll be honest, it does look very, very, very good. You know what, I will even dare to put it about in that section right there. So say 73 to about 78 cents. That is if it holds that range, it's good accumulation zone. Okay, now I will have personally, I want to add more to XRP, but I will do it in that range once it's broken out and confirmed. So to me, these are the main coins that I will be trading personally. Now Ethereum is another one of those, and I do like that Ethereum can break out hard, and it is going to be a nice rally first all the way up to 3,900, and then maybe 4,200, 4,500. The targets remain the same, maximum 5,500 for Ethereum, although I highly doubt it. And if I were to trade this, I would take profits at about 4,500. Anything beyond that, to me, it's personally not worth it. Not when we have too many coins on the table that are going to the upside. Alright, Link is one coin that I have talked about, and I say personally I'm not interested in until it holds $15 and $17 range, but I think I might just make a buy right in this range. Okay, because it's very low. At this moment it's very, very low. So I will be happy to take a risk of 20% of my capital that I want to invest in Link, because I do see a potential in it, but I'm not going to go really, really heavy on Link. Personally, I won't. The only reason why I'm trading it anyways is because of this massive bullish divergence, and that's on the daily time frame. It goes all the way back to July. Okay, it's a lovely, lovely 6 months, over 6 months of bullish divergence. So the extension on this, the way it's going to play out, is going to be strong. Okay, we have this at the, I would say we're right about in there in the fractal. So about $43 is my first target. 36 and 43. That's where I would completely kind of look to close at least 75% of my position in Link. Yo, Mavios, Jackie, thank you for coming in. Alright, guys, I've talked about KDA, right? I did say watch for it to break in 720, and I think it will be extremely bullish. Okay, looks like the fractal is playing out. Okay, now I would not delay anything beyond 760. I will not consider it as a buy. Okay, I will not. So if you can, I did say $5 to $7 is in accumulation range. Okay, so watch for the next retest. I think it can be anything between 680 and 720, and that will be the final phase. I would buy KDA personally. That's what the chart says to me, and I would just let it run. Okay, because I do think it can go all the way back up. To about $16, $18, and $20. That's the target. Okay. From the entries, it's going to be about 190 to 200% gains. So to me, it's not bad at all. And this fractal is from Trias. Okay, so it's practical theory as well. It's not just taken from any shitcoin, so to put it. Okay. But at this phase, you know, I would not go anything beyond 20. Now, it will be too late, in my opinion, for KDA to go and make an all-time high, because weekly is not that healthy, to be honest. I think it will usually do what it does and make a sort of a bearish divergence, okay, or just be weak in the movements or something like that, and that's going to be a trend line. Okay, so anything beyond that, I would not consider it, because it was going to be tired. And by the time it gets there, I think it's, you know what, if you get it at about $22, consider yourself lucky that it's going to do a double top after that big of a drop. Honestly, I do like what I see, because that's the reason why I posted the accumulation between 5 and 7 is this range right here. Okay, it's a bullish pin bar, multiple higher lows, and it's on the weekly time frame as well. you just let it go. Okay, this is a good coin, it's a good project, so that's why I'm not deterring from it. But I will say I'm not convinced anything beyond 750 should be a buy. Aim at 720 and 680. Well, even 730 if it doesn't drop down to, just watch it that way. Yeah, BTC is pumping and that's good. That's really, really good for us. Now, I don't see any liquidations coming, so that's what I was kind of waiting on. And it's all good for us now, it seems. Now GRT, yeah, GRT looks like it's ready to break out. Okay, GRT looks like it's ready to break out. It's looking very, very, very strong, and it's holding its levels, but it might be a slower play than the others, but I think it's worth it. Okay, I do think it's worth it. And Sand, I did post a call on Sand to watch it and watch if it breaks 320. If it does, I think you can go back all the way up here, about 480, and that's where I would kind of look. 485.56 if you're lucky, but I would look to take profits on Sand at that time. Okay, and okay, YGG, the coin we've talked about, I think is ready. So you can find your entry for YGG at about 307. Let's call it 310. And well, 320 and 350. I would make 2 buys here on YGG. Let's Yield Guild Games. It's not done its thing yet, so we have 2 buy zones right there. Okay, I will post this call in the Telegram, so watch for this, and you can make yourself a decent number of gains, like maybe 50% at least, and then we'll see what to do. Okay. Alright, so XTM, guys, I think this you can get on the lows right now. Okay. Now this is another coin that I would put about $500,000 into. Okay, but it's, look, it's the bullet bearish pattern is now complete. All right, bearish pattern is now complete, and I think it can go at least to the top of this trend line. The buy would be under 19 cents, and you can make yourself approximately 50% in maybe about a week, 10 days. Okay, and that's a decent gain right there. Okay, but this is not a coin for, like I said, a big investment. Maybe a couple $100 if you got the money to spare, and if not, just let it go. Okay. Hold on guys, 1 second. Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of manipulation that can go up, you know. About 44k, 45k, yeah, that's good. That's really, really good. And that's why the dominance was going up. So I think this is what we're going to do. I don't know if you guys missed the first part of the stream. This is what I'm expecting on Bitcoin now. Okay, some sort of a range. I don't see it going back down to 30k. Okay, so it's gonna pump. Yeah, there's some sort of news that is pumping all this, and that's why I cannot trust it fully. Okay, but you know, it does look like all these things are ready to kind of blast off. All right, now so does ICP. I'll watch for this. Hold on one second. Repeat the password उसमें है. नहीं. बोल दो यूज कर ले थोड़ी देर ऐसे ही अपना वो बाद में बता दो. Yeah, sorry. All right. Hi Lynn, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Right, so guys, the main coins that I can think we can give us a lot of gains. Okay, we've talked about them. They're all the same, they're all playing out. Okay, now watch for Bitcoin to range, and this is where we finally make the last pieces of buys that we need. Okay, last pieces of buys that we need. Now at this point, okay, when we do get a massive candle like this, usually this is what people are waiting for. Okay, right here, right in this section, they're waiting for all these longs. So say, okay, when it breaks out 44,500, we're gonna long it. It's gonna go up 50x, 100x. Wrong. They will go up, catch all these longs, and then come down to liquidate all these longs and pick up the shorts. Okay, and there will be people shorting at this level as well. So it kind of, they will get on the longs and then they'll get all the shorts. They will kind of liquidate both of them, and then it will go. Okay, so that's why I'm expecting a range in Bitcoin. And honestly, after a candle like this, if we don't get a range, trust me, it's not healthy. Okay, it's really not healthy. But let's talk about all the coins that we can get. All right, so watch out for the new VRA video I'll be making, and I will release it pretty soon. Okay, I did say buy zone for VRA was above 0.0219, and I think you can retest that zone, maybe 225, and you have about 100% gains coming out of that. Okay, I think it can definitely go back to about 4 cents. Now after that, yeah, I mean, it's just, now the only reason why I mention all this to you, you know, like most people don't, it's, you know, it's just to avoid the FOMO, and this is actually a very good thing to learn, which I personally did, on how to avoid the FOMO. It's what happens at this range is something that I learned very tough, losing quite a bit of trades. Yeah, guaranteed I had a very tight stop losses because I didn't trust it, but I was trying to figure out what the issue was, that every time that we see all these trades posted when Bitcoin is at these levels, like, okay, it's gonna break out, why does it every time go wrong? And this is why it goes wrong every time, because that's the key. You see all these wicks up in there? This is where all the short orders are. But at the same time, at the candle body closes at 44,500, people are actually longing it because they think it's broken out. So now what they're going to do, like, see in this range, they shorted, right? They liquidated all the massive longs, 100x, 50x. That's what the millionaire trader showed you the other day on live, right? And now over here, when people were turning bearish and they were shorting the market, I said, best stay away from the leverage, because they will kill you, they will chop you, and they will take all your money and run away. Okay, and exchanges are market makers. People don't know that fact either. So now that this thing is pumped, people will say, okay, we'll do 100x short, they'll do 100x long. Its chop is going to kill them. This chop is absolutely going to crush them. Okay, either this, or they've been shorting massively down in here. Okay, which means it's just going to range for a bit, maybe about 2, 3, 4 days, until we get all this resolution come out, and then we take it from there. Okay, I know some of you I have to apologize to, okay, because I don't give the best prices, right? Now, I did say you can accumulate DOT between 16 and 18. Now, I don't necessarily give the best prices at 15 or 14 or something, you know. I just don't operate that way, you know. That's why I cannot give you those. I always operate on the fact that, okay, I need a confirmation low, or at least on Bitcoin, or at least on the altcoins. But now that we have it, we can just buy the retests. Okay, instead of giving it to you at 16, I will give it to you at 1750, 1780, but I will give you that price that is going to be on a confirmed uptrend. Okay, so all right, now we're going to take a look at some coins that will be a bit of a risk. Not that it won't go up, but it just might take some time. High Street is one of them. Okay, I do talk about this coin, right? Now, I see a massive bullish divergence ranging up in here. Okay, and this is in a bowl. This is in a massive bowl. It's almost coming to the end. And bullish divergence, that doesn't necessarily mean that the coin is just going to start pumping. What it means is that it marks the bottom. Okay, so we'll watch this. If it breaks above 450 and it holds, it's a brilliant trade. I think it's going all the way back up, first to $8 and then maybe $9 or $10. So the trade from here is about 85% to about 115%, which to me is not a bad ratio, right? 10% is the stop loss, which means about $4. Yeah, $4 is going to be the stop loss. But then, of course, you make your multiple buys, right? So now that is the way I see it, you know. But yeah, I think we're ready to kind of fulfill our positions. Okay, we're ready to fill our positions about in this range somewhere. We'll just have to see what Bitcoin does and holds, how it holds, and at that point we'll see what Bitcoin dominance does as well. Because see, Bitcoin dominance is going to be either high at the top, and is going to means that Bitcoin depends, everything depends on Bitcoin, because it's going to come down, or it's going to be high at the bottom because Bitcoin needs to push up. But then when Bitcoin is done, it's strong in its trend, I don't think dominance will need that much effect, and that is why I think it's going to be fine. I think it's done. What coin is that, Mavius? What fundamentals were you talking about? High Street? Okay, TLM. You guys all know I talk about TLM. I have a price prediction video on it, and we'll see how this one goes. But honestly, I kind of like where it's at sitting. It's right about there somewhere. Okay, it's right about there somewhere. Now, because if it's the alt season, I do not know exactly how this thing will play out, to be honest. If it's only going to get rejected by 100% gains, or will actually go back to the top right here, like shown in the fractal. Okay, we don't know, but what we do know is we have maybe about a month for this, for all these altcoins that we're holding to go. Okay, so from here on, yeah, it's about 30 days, 40 days. But that's about it. Let's see how well this plays out. But if you have extra cash, you know, why not? Now, API 3 is a little bit tough to tell right now. But the longer this thing holds with higher lows, I think the bigger chances of it making actually some profits. Okay. Yeah, High Street, man. That's exactly why I put it on your radar, because I thought it was really, really, really good. All right. Sorry, 1 second, I'm just checking so many messages that I got down here. And it's insane. Alright, so what else do you guys want me to take a look at? I'm sure you have some questions about the coins that you're holding. And do tell me your plan. What is your plan? Like, you're still looking for just trades because you're not a holder, or you just have some extra cash sitting around? And it can be anything at this point. So we can take a look at all these coins, and we can figure out, see if they do really have the potential. Okay, XDC. So I have seen this thing come across many channels and many other streams that I do stumble upon to, or actually I used to. So it's kind of stuck with me on my radar. Okay, now I would only take this trade if it breaks above 6 cents. If not, I would not touch this. Many people are still holding it, right? But it has done a good 1-to-1 retrace. That is, to me, it looks very, very healthy. And the percentage gains on this cannot be bad. Okay, so anything above 6 cents, about 80 to 100% gains you can get out of XDC. It's a good project. I do like it. All right, and I'm sure it's just gonna be confluent with the measured move. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think you should get about 100% gain out of this. Let me take a look at it in the log view. Maybe that changes a few things. Okay, so the initial rise, retrace. Yeah, but I would not estimate anything over 100% gains out of this one. But yeah, I think we're ready, guys. I think we're there. Let's see how it holds a couple of days, but I think we're definitely there. Okay, let me check the moving averages, because they will play an important role right here. Wow, this is a massive, strong candle right there. Okay. 60 to 80. Well, I wasn't expecting that quick of a turnaround, but it does look good. Yeah, now the daily and the weekly are both set on the indicators. So we'll see. We'll see right there. Maybe it does the one thing that it just kind of slowly goes up, grinds up there to about 48k, gets a retest done of 44, and then we're heading off to 58 to 60k. Okay, so that could be the plan. But on the 4 hours, what I do see is a beautiful support that will come, even though people will think, okay, no, it's gonna short, it's gonna come down. What I think is the yellow moving average. Let me zoom in. Alright, so they see yellow moving average, the 200. It's gonna catch up to the price eventually, and when that does, guess what I'll be doing? I will be buying all my altcoins, all the completed positions right in there. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, because at that point, I do think it's healthy. I don't care if it ranges for a few days, but it's a strong move. It will have a strong support, and I'm not gonna wait for it to break 40, 48k, 45k to just start buying all these altcoins. Okay. So that's a decent plan, and it has done that before. Okay, it has done that before. Like it did so right here. See? It broke out eventually and then retested. So this is the kind of retest that we're looking for. Okay? This is the kind of retest we're looking for right there. First this move, and then we had this move. Okay, so this is what we're looking for right now. 200 moving average is coming in closer for support, and then we head it off. Okay. Yeah, ETH I already looked at, Lynn, and I do like it. Still sitting to my targets. About 4,500. I did buy some ETH. Okay, now look at this. This is no joke. Look at this. Right of the rejection at the 702. Right? And look at the wick action that it comes down to. And that is why I never ask anyone to buy just the breakout, because it's gonna come down so hard. It's gonna be insane. Okay, people already have the short orders right there. Okay. And look, it's on a wick, no less. I mean, man, these people are strong. Alright, so ETH I do like, and I do think it's going back to about, first I think 3,200, 3,300, and then eventually work its way all the way up to 4,500. But okay, I do like it. I really like it. Now the rejection is also coming right at the trend line. Okay, see, like this trend line, but don't worry about the trend lines. Okay, don't never wait for the trend line to break out and then go to that. No, don't do that, because this candle is a bullish engulfing. That's on the daily. That's for one. The second, it's got a higher low support, right? So after a massive bullish pin bar, it's got a higher low support, so that is good. And the third, you will be too late if you wait for the trend line breakout, because this is what's happening. They got rejected at the trend line, which is sitting at the fib level, fine, but it doesn't mean it's not going to come down to about 2,800 to find the exact support and then eventually break out. So if you're looking for an entry on ETH, I would look for it about 2,600. No, not 2,600 is now too late. 2,750 if you're lucky, if not 2,800 plus. But I wouldn't pay anything more than 2,950 for ETH. Okay, I would not do that, because there are so many other coins that are potentially more gain than these. So Okay. Now COC Lin, is that the meme coin you were talking about? Right. Now I have pushed the wait, hold up. C98 I have pushed on you before. Okay. But C98 I do see a good number of gains that can come out of it. Now my targets are still the same. It never went beyond to the insane number of $20-40. Maximum I would say anything up to 9.8, but at this stage, because the trend needs to kind of reverse a bit, I would say take profit at $4, $5. Okay, because it's still a pretty decent number of gains on there. It's about 200% gains from here. Okay, that's only if you have an extra cash bag set aside. Okay, otherwise I wouldn't take this trade. Okay, is it out yet, or we'll take a look at COC. Yeah, I'll take a look at Filecoin as well, man. Sorry, I just kind of... I didn't see the message before, but I'll take a look at Filecoin. Man, so that was such a bad investment on my part. Shadow. Okay, where do I find this, Lynn? Okay, Filecoin is at the bottom of bottoms. Okay, I do see it going up, but honestly, it's tough to tell if it's going to make you enough gains out of here. Okay, because all these coins that have done a massive pump of 10, 20, 50x, I don't think they're going to give you the same number anymore. Okay, so if you were to trade this, first I would look to sell at about 50 something dollars. I would get out of it at that point. Anything between 50 and 80s is a gift on something like this. I would not look to do that anymore. I mean, don't expect any more gains from that. Okay, because it took about 3-4 months to give you a 10x. So I don't think we have that time, so you will not get enough. Maybe 100-200% gains, and I think it's a gift, really. Okay. Let's check the BTC pair. Usually they will get down to... Yeah, I don't think you will get anything more than 200% out of it, to be honest. I mean, you can risk it, go all the way up here, aim for a 5-6x, but I don't know, personally, anything more than 200% I wouldn't hold it for. Okay, so the first thing to do would be sell it for 100% roundabout, and then wait to see what it does and how long it goes for accumulation. Okay, see, right over here we had 32 days of accumulation, and then before that you had about another 30 days, which means you spent 30 days in here. You'll go up for 100%. I don't know if you have another 32 days to accumulate. Well, if it has to accumulate for another 32 days before it gives you another 100-200%, well, so be it, but you can still find a good entry. Okay, I would not hope anything more than 200% on this. Yeah, sorry about that. I know Shadow was it looked really good though. It looked really, really good. Well, you know what it is. That's why in these meme coins we never really risk too much, do we? So okay, see CryptoCurrencies. Let's see if we can find the chart on it. Let's take a look at the website. This might be one of those that really takes some time. Oh, I've come across this before. Yeah, I've seen it before. But you know what? This is lucky thing. I mean, honestly, this is a lucky thing. Like if it's actually very good. Ecosystem 15%, liquidity 10%, meme team mining. It doesn't look that bad, but I would treat it as a meme coin. Insanely low capital I would invest into it, and just trade it as such. Honestly, nah, don't touch it. Honestly, not financial advice, but I wouldn't touch it. This looks horrible. Just looks like Shadow. Honestly, it just looks like Shadow. And you have no way of telling if it's gonna go up ever. So I think because you can mine all these things, so nobody actually wants to buy these tokens, you know. Yeah, Mavius, what do you mean weeks old coins? I didn't quite get that. Okay. Alright guys, I do like what I see, honestly, and I would not rush into any buys, okay, but I would definitely keep an eye on oh, GHST, yeah. I wouldn't, nah, you know what, whenever you see something like this, it's risky, okay, it's definitely risky, because I think it can go up, no doubt, but I don't think it will give you anything more than 100%, maybe even just 50% at this point. Okay, right about the 619, no, 20. Yeah, you know what this looks like? There you go. See? This is what it kind of looks like to me. So, it's tough with Abigochi. I mean, the metaverse trend is every single person is talking about it, but it kind of looks to be done with. You know? Just kind of looks to be done with. You know, it's still the same thing, and I think sticking to these coins that have potential but they haven't really done anything is far better option, in my opinion. Now, I did post a call on Alice. I said if it breaks the 7.5, you can just ladder your buys between 7 and 7.5, because this can go up And this is a far better option. I mean, it's actually a gaming coin. It's backed by Binance, and but only if it breaks 7.5 and holds it. If not, I think it's damn risky. Yeah, I think it's damn risky. So let's just be patient and just get all these coins that still have to do their work, but you're far better off taking a less risk. Okay, now GRT, for example. Okay, GRT did a lovely reaccumulation kind of retracement. Okay, now this is the difference between all these. Okay, so it went up, crashed, and then it went into a retracement, and then it came down for a reaccumulation phase. Okay, so this is a far less riskier plan than it is on GHST. Plus, look at this. This is what I posted on API before it actually broke out, you know. Now, as long as this is holding its levels, okay, this is okay. Now, I would see a retracement of the upside at least to about 70 cents. That's 100%. But yeah, kind of, honestly, it looks better than GHST to me. Yeah, I mean, what do you mean by the week's old coins? That's what I didn't understand. What coins are you looking at? Let's see what Phantom is going to do. Okay, for any of you holding Phantom, I think 250 is the level to watch. Okay, I do expect a rejection at this point, and it's making lower highs every time, so I think it's a symmetrical triangle that will eventually break down. Okay. There you go, I'll put it there. Yeah. $2 and $2.40 range, I would definitely consider double checking on this thing. Alright, so, oh man, Tezos is actually doing ridiculously well, dude. I nailed these bottoms, didn't I? Oh well, it's all good fun. Right, so we got the high street done. Let's take a look at. Wow, this thing flew. I did post a call on this, didn't I? Okay. Now I still believe this can do this work. Okay, now we have confirmed that this is the fractal it's playing, right? Okay, there you go. Kind of right there. Now, if it breaks and holds about 88 cents, I think it's a decent buy. Okay, I think it's definitely a decent buy. I'll be personally trading this coin because I do like the project, I do like the hype and the team behind it, and I think it's worthwhile the investment in comparison to a couple others. Alright, Proto, I can definitely take a look at that, but is that on Uniswap or BSC? Just let me know that much. Let me get a glass of water in the meantime. Right, let's check on Proto for you. Is that Protofy? What is it? Yeah, FTM already did. Now you should watch for $2 and $2.40 range. Now if it gets rejected in between that range, it's going down again. Alright, is this the Proto one that you're talking? Oh, the Phantom Network. I see what you mean now. Sorry, my bad. Decentralized bank. Okay, let's see. Meet the next generation of decentralized banking. Yield farming protocol. Phantom Network. Top price Proto Shield. Particle Proto dividends earnings. Okay, I'll have to do some research on this thing. But you know what? This kind of looks more like DeFi. And minting full speed Q1 2022. Multi-chain DAO. Oh, no, this could be good, actually. Have they been completing their roadmaps though? Okay, so you gotta watch for you gotta watch if they have been completing their roadmaps, and especially take a look at these things like anti-whale transaction monitoring system. See how that works. What tech is there behind it? Okay, do that in the meantime. And I'm gonna check all these. What number of tokens are there? There's actually no more data on this thing. I need to take a look at the tokenomics before I decide to do this. Now, the idea seems good. It's working with the quantum. So quantum, I think, is going to be the future, and that's a pretty decent idea. Electron token, okay. Bank that offers savings account which continually grows on your deposit. Okay, now find out how this is going to be different than what's this called? There's another project that was doing this. It's actually live. Celsius. Find out how is it different to Celsius. I think Celsius is way ahead in the game, and yeah, I do admit it's some Phantom Network, and there are going to be a lot of projects coming out on it. But at this stage, I think it's a bit too late to actually invest a big chunk of money in a project like this, even though it's good. But I do like what I read, and it can have potential. But focus on finding out how it's going to be different than Celsius, how the anti-whale transaction system actually works and it's effective, and the tokenomics. Those three things you need to find on this thing before you actually decide to make a move. Okay, because Celsius, like I said, is ahead in the game. It has good dividends. You can actually earn in Celsius. You can earn in Bitcoin. You can earn in all different sorts of tokens you select. And the interest is pretty good too. Yeah, I get it. It's farming tokens. But the thing with the farming tokens is that if you can farm a token, like with Axie, right? And you can get free SLPs or something like that, I think it was. So I think people just much rather buy the Axie when they can farm the SLPs, So if there's How does the farming on this thing work? Okay, and is your farming worth enough? If your investment is worth enough to get the farm tokens for free, but both the tokens are going down, I mean it's not really healthy. So that's why I think Celsius is a much bigger and better investment. But I do like it. I do like the idea behind it. Thing is, the website for any project like this, you know, the website has to be a bit more detailing, you know, and it's really not as much because they just give the basics. Yeah, I can read off the basics and I can give you the data, but it's not right there, you know. Okay, that's no good. Let's go back to front. Yeah, that's no good. When it goes off and you don't see anything in there, I don't think it's a good idea. I'll check on CHZ Airfund. It has been moving a bit, but honestly CHZ has been disappointing, so I kind of gave up on looking at that token. And there were so many other things that we could focus on, it was a lot better idea. So find out about its tech. Find out about its tech. Because anyone can write any of these data, you know, and like, yeah, it just looks okay. It doesn't really look that savvy. It's not detailing enough. See, when I made the project the video on Curito, I had to dig through information. Okay, but the information was actually there. Everything I needed to know about the project was right there. Okay, and see, look, there's a bit of a difference now. They have done the same thing, right? Okay, they give you all these key features, fine, but see, the difference between that is that, okay, I got this, which kind of briefs it up, and this is what they did. So they got the token paper, yellow paper, white paper, and I had the opportunity to go into them and dig how the tokenomics will work differently. Okay, and by differently I mean, look, I get these diagrams of these things. How will the nodes work, and if it's worth holding the nodes, that kind of thing. It's if it's lacking on the website, I cannot get the full info. So I would definitely dig into the tech. Without it, but you never know, it might just not be a scam website. It's just anything incomplete will be hard to make a decision on, you know. And that's why I was bullish on Curito and not any of these other projects. Like, there was another project that's just Formation Finance, right? I came across it about a year and a half ago, and look at this. Okay, now I get LDs. I do like what I see. Smart Yield Farming 2.0, all these backers, which is absolutely brilliant. And okay, but this actually shows me the tech, and still the project didn't do anything. Okay, that's because DeFi was dead. So honestly, you know what, guys, I would much rather focus and do more digging into Formation 5 than I would on anything else. Okay, just look, it works on Ethereum, Binance, Polkadot, Cardano, and not many projects run on Cardano as well. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised now that the Phantom network and the Solana network and the AVAX network have had such a massive bull run. I don't think it will be impossible for all these ecosystems to get involved, you know. Okay, so Trank. I don't know what Trank is. You'll have to be a bit more specific. Like, on what network is it on? Okay. Tranquility Finance. Oh, it just went up and down, didn't it? By the way, my views, I think you're far better off, instead of just kind of doing that stuff on what project did we look at? You're far better off investing and staking into VRA or something, you know, stuff like that. Now, Jackie, is this the one? Now this looks to be bottomed and one thing looks to go on the upside. I just need to be sure it's gonna be the right one. Yeah, I think this is about to blow. I think this can actually just fly from here. If this is the one, of course. I think it can fly. Maybe about another 3x. That's if lucky. I don't know what token it is that you're talking about. Okay, it is that one. Yeah, I get it. Oh, it's on Harmony. Okay. Okay, it's 1 billion, 45 million. It's not too bad. 40 million market cap. Alright, so this is the one. It's hard to tell with these. But let's see if we can find the chart. Yeah, I think it's about to go into an all-time highs. I'm not getting the full details of it though. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's not gonna have. Yeah, I think it's going to go back to its all-time high, maybe to do a double top kind of a thing. So about 130. What coin did the same thing though? It's a lovely accumulation for a month. Yeah, I think it's going to take about a month and go all the way up to about 150. Yeah, maybe not a 3x, but a 150 does sound pretty decent. Okay. Yeah, it still has some movement left. I think you're fine. Yeah, 150, 160, definitely round about there somewhere. Okay. Okay, some people asked me to take a look at Atom yesterday. I forgot to take a look at Atom. First, I'll take a look at CHZ as well. Yeah, it looks like a healthy bounce. But you know what I would do though? I would personally wait for it to flip the 200 moving average and let it hold 20 cents. But anything underneath, it just sounds a bit too risky, too damn risky. Check the daily time frames. Daily is looking good for, yeah, it's looking good for entry, but it has previously as well. So check the weekly. So bullish divergence. Yeah, there is slightly bullish divergence confirming on CHZ, so it's not too bad. And I wouldn't hope for anything above 80 cents on this one. Okay. Yeah, it's looking okay, but I would wait for it to flip 20 cents before I can be bullish on it. Alright, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so Atom did me a double bounce. Let's see if Atom can actually pull it off. It's a slow mover. Yeah, we'll have to look for an entry around $28, and then we can check what it's going to do. Alright, so guys, a bunch of projects that are good. So watch for High Street, GRT, VRA. Still API 3, my targets are still pretty much there. Okay. This has had lovely, what's it called, an ABC. Okay, and it's holding, so it's still bullish to me. Until it's not, it's still right there, it's still holding. Plus it's holding the entire accumulation zone as support. So I'm going to stick to it, and then we'll see what it does. But aside from this, EPS is another one of the coins that you can just throw a couple of $100 into if you have extra cash and wait for this thing to do something. It can give 100 to 200% gains at least. Okay, because it's been a steady downtrend ever since it came out. It's at a nice double bottom. Bullish divergence is formed all the way back here from July to now. And once it flips the 55 moving average, I think it's going to go up pretty fast. At least 100% gains, 100+% gains you can get out of it. But that's only if you have extra cash. Okay. So besides that, I think there are very, very, very few XTM, I did talk about it. I did say you can get it at about 18 cents. So it's right there. And just watch for these. Okay. And YGG. Now I'll be posting a bunch of trades in the Telegram room pretty soon. Okay, now that we have had a lovely breakthrough and the dominance should be weakening. So trades are coming. All right. Yeah, GLMR, man. I told people to keep a buy order at about $2 because that was the price range it was going to stop at. That's what I thought, and it did. So I think GLMR is now good. Okay, GLMR is now good. It's eventually just marked the bottom. Now I will not say it's not going to come back down to about $2. It very likely can. But I still stick to my projection of a 4x. Okay, I think it can. I just don't know if it will this bull cycle, but I think there's a big possibility it can. Okay, so estimate about 250 to 400% gains out of this one. Okay, it's a steady downtrend. It can do a steady uptrend. Okay, also you can just take this fractal from itself and kind of flip it and do this. All right, so let's see this where we are, right about there, and there you go. Okay, something like that, just an idea, but hey, not bad. If you get a decent project that gives you about 300% gains, not bad at all. Right, so watch for these. And XRP, I don't know what it is about XRP. I think it's right about there somewhere. Okay, I think we're definitely right about there somewhere. But once it breaks and holds 80 cents, I think it's done. I think it's gone. I think it's gone. And I know it mostly depends on Bitcoin and the Bitcoin dominance. So, but you know what, it's still never, I don't think accumulating about these ranges is a bad idea. You know, anything between 72 to 77 is the next final buy zone for me. There's all these filled. Now I'm waiting for this third one. Alright, so let's see what QNT gonna do. I did talk about QNT. Okay, so now it's definitely going up. Okay, with QNT, I know many people got stuck holding this coin. I think it's going all the way back up to about 200. So again, if you have extra cash, go for 80% gains. Okay, and I wouldn't buy anything above 120 on this. Okay, because it's not, this is going to be maybe like a bounce that it does, but I'm not taking this trade. It just looks good to me though, and I'm not taking these trades because I need capital for all the coins, but it does look good to me on the daily. It's nice. It's a higher low. It's a strong bounce, bullish divergence. It's got everything in it. Okay, it's got bullish divergence inside this box, plus it's a reaccumulation phase like it did here. So I wouldn't be surprised if it just kind of ranges between 110 and 122, and then eventually breaks out to 220. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised. And definitely, so yeah, you got the GRTs as well. They filled. Now here we got the spell. Let's see what spell is doing. I think this might do something like SLP did. I'll watch for it later on once it's done. Oh, Qdom now is back on my radar. I forgot I liked Qdom. Okay. I think this can go all the way up to about $9, $8 to $9. That's my target, the short term. Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna take off. I have some stuff to do, plus it's the middle of the night now. It's almost midnight actually. And okay, so if you're not in my trading room, do come in. Alright, there's plenty going on. Wait for the calls in the calls group. They will be coming pretty soon and pretty heavy loaded. And yo, Jesse B, yeah, finally green day, my man. Finally a green day. So it's all looking good, and should get a small little retest right there, and we should be ready. Alright, we should be ready. Akala, yeah, that's one good project that I'm actually focused on as well. I do like Akala quite a bit. Now TA wise, I think it can take some time, but the potential for the gains right there, I mean, the door's wide open. Okay, anything above 50% gains is very likely for this. Now I don't know how it's going to play out though. I'm not sure if it's actually going to go up to $5 this cycle, but it definitely looks like, I mean, it's nothing but gaps. Honestly, it's nothing but gaps. So we gotta wait. Okay, but I will have a stop loss at entry. My entry was at about 1.2, I think. My stop loss, I think we'll be able to set it at about $1, just in case. But it does look good. Honestly, it does look good. Check the 12 hours. Okay, so first it's going to test this moving average at 150, and then we'll see what else to make of it. But yeah, my first target is about 150, and looks like it might come down to retest 122 to 120 again after the breakout of this flag before continuing up. Alright, so watch for this. Sand I have already posted, and I did say I'm looking for it to hold above 3.2. Okay, but it does look like it's doing pretty damn well. So sand is not one that I would hold for anything more than about 70%, because I don't think it has that much strength left in it to go into the all-time highs. Okay, now if you go back to $6, you get pretty lucky, but I really don't think it's gonna do another all-time highs this cycle. That 60x was good enough, but alright, so that is it. OMG and Tezos we talked about, they're ripping since the entries. A couple of very brilliant trades we nailed, and I'll be personally looking to add a bit more. Okay, because I do want it before anything under 4.5. I do want, but I need to see if it's going to hold that 200-day moving average for me to complete my position in it. But it looks good. Honestly, it looks good. Okay, it's one of those steady coins, and many people miss the fact that steady coins, they can pump continuously. You know, I don't have to worry. So that's what I like about it. And I don't know, it's just something about these coins. Alright, let's take a look at VR before we jump out. Now I need to post something on this, but I just can't figure it out when it's gonna stop though. It's too risky. Too damn risky. Ontology, okay, now this is a good one. Yeah, this is definitely a good one. I think it's this one for a short trade. Target is sitting at about 75 to 80 cents. Okay, about a 40% gain. I think I can grab a retest, maybe around 55, 54 cents, and I think it's sitting right about there. It's not too bad. There you go, something like that. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised though, you know, it wants to break into the all-time highs. Now, one thing about ONT that I want you guys to keep in mind. Now, first, the reason why I posted this for you, it was this little fractal right here. Okay. Now, this is from Ethereum Classic before it went on a massive rally. Okay. Went on a massive rally, ridiculous how far it went. I mean, it went from, like, think about $9 to about $170. It's ridiculous, you know. Now, I'm not saying this is gonna do the same thing, but hey, listen, if this is anything close to what Ethereum Classic did, I think $2.50 is not too far away, you know. That did what, like a 20-50x? I think 3x is not far away from ONT. Yeah, my man Jesse here took a long and yeah, congrats Jesse, we nailed that trade. And a couple more coming, man, couple more coming. Okay, I see the steady pumps happening now, so it's gonna be good. Yeah, Anchor Protocol, it's a good thing I didn't post a trade on this one. Let's see how well this holds. Hope it comes back down to about 250 to get an entry on that one. Otherwise, I don't think it's... Nah. It's too the mouth. Only 100% trade, not worth it. Alright, tomorrow I'm going to talk about this coin, see where it can go. I think it has potential. By League of Nations. Okay. To be honest, all these coins are looking bullish. It's just not really picking the ones that don't really have a lot of gains left in them, you know. Alright, now you got to know my list. Now find me in Trading Room if you have any questions, and if I'm not there, there will be other people to help you out, you know, share some ideas, bounce off some ideas, and just tag me if you need me, or just DM me if you need me. I'll be there. And guys, do hit the like button and the subscribe button, okay? It will help the channel to reach out to more people, and maybe we can help a lot more people either save money or make money, maybe sometimes both. You know that what we're about, and any help is appreciated, you know. So don't forget to pray for the people in Ukraine and pray for the war to be over. We don't need another political issue. We have enough problems in the world already. So yeah, stay tuned, and I will be live tomorrow. I will be releasing a bunch of videos as well, talk about the price predictions of BRA, KDA, and no, KDA already have one, and maybe a couple other trades, right? But definitely join the Trading Room, guys, and do follow me on Twitter as well, so that way I can get a few more experts out to you to talk about certain trading styles, how you can manage your emotions and stuff, just like you learned the other day, and how to hedge yourselves against what the market makers do. All right, so stay tuned, guys, stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you for coming in today, and I'll be waiting for you tomorrow in tomorrow's live stream. All right, guys, good night.